Good morning, everyone, and Happy New Year. I wanted to do two things on this video. I wanted to give you some information on Greg Judy coming to Texas for a conference that I think will be excellent. And number two, I want to talk to you about my Bale Unroller and an adjustment that I hadn't taken the time to investigate that will allow me to get my bale off the ground for transport through the pasture without having to set the spear on the bale low to get the bale off the ground and then reset it once I get to the pasture. So stay tuned. So if you will recall from my previous video, which I'll show a short clip here, when I would back up to a bale and capture the bale in the center with the bale spears here, and then lift the bale with the 3-point, I could barely get the bale off the ground, and in fact a bigger bale would drag, and so I couldn't transport it through the pasture. And so I had lots of comments about that on that video, and I certainly appreciate all of those. And come to find out, one thing I just never took the time to adjust when I got this tractor and it arrived with everything already attached is I didn't adjust the top link. And so all you have to do is I adjusted this top link this morning and raised it up, so I made it tighter, and it pulled these spears. I got them just barely off the ground, so it should it'll still unroll the core of the bale until that core is so tight that it just won't unroll anymore. And it gave me another 7 inches of clearance, and so I'll show you the difference here in just a second. So with how I had the top link adjusted, or how it was adjusted when I got the tractor, when I would lift the 3-point, this spear, actually I measured on this one, this spear at the top of the excursion of the 3-point when I'd lift it up was 33.5 inches, and now it's measuring 40 3/4. So it gave me that much more room, which we'll hook up here in just a minute, which should be enough to get the bale off the ground and travel through the pasture, and then be able to cut the twine and pull it out from underneath the bale without having to reset the spear every time. So let's see if that works, and I thank you all for commenting about that particular malfunction on my part. I just never looked at that and evaluated that, so hopefully we're going to make that work and make my job a lot easier. Well, I'm embarrassed to say it's amazing how something so simple that you just don't pay any attention to the details can complicate your life. So I've captured this bale. I'm not quite in the center front to back, but I'm close enough. Up and down I'm fairly well centered, and look at how much more room this gave me. I've got 10 inches of clearance now, whereas before, without that top link set appropriately, I was dragging that bale on the ground. So this is going to help that situation immensely, and also I can cut the netting, flip it back over, get it off without having to get off the tractor and do everything twice, so to speak. So that's going to be a real improvement for me, and just taking care of the details certainly will improve your life. So the last thing I wanted to talk about today was Greg Judy will be coming to Texarkana, Texas, February 18th and 19th, 2022. A gentleman by the name of John Shelton has put all this together. He's from up around Texarkana, and there's a lot of interest in this area and in Texas in general, particularly East Texas. Greg will come and he will talk to the group about his experiences in regenerative agriculture and regenerative grazing. He gives you lots of tips and tidbits. As you know, I went to his school this last September, and wonderful presentation. Greg's just a natural at talking to people and takes a lot of time to answer questions from the audience and incorporates that into his presentation. He just does a very nice job. So I would very much encourage those of you that are interested and have the time to get away on a Friday and a Saturday to head to Texarkana. I'm going to put the link in the description down below with regard to the website for registration. There's a hotel at the conference center, so you can make your hotel arrangements and stay right there at the conference center, and as well there's a couple of hotels in the immediate vicinity. So they've got everything taken care of for you with regard to ease of registration and living arrangements. The cost of the 2-day conference is $200, $350 if you bring your spouse for both of you. So, or the combined fee is $350 for both of you. And so the website details all that, and I would very highly recommend it. It'll be a time of year when a lot of us have a little bit of downtime, so that's good, and I would really encourage you all to go. I will be there and would love to meet you all. Again, thank you for watching, and I appreciate all the interest in my channel, and I hope I can keep bringing you timely topics. Have a great day and a Happy New Year.